A dream is a wish your heart makes. Oh, hello. Welcome to Fansy. Here, in our new exhibit, we'll be showcasing the strange and wonderful world of fan art. Now, unlike other art movements, fan art, or fart for short, is not defined by any particular style, time period, or culture of origin, but rather by its subject matter. You see, while other art movements focus on boring things like landscapes, bowls of fruit, Nazi bombings, metaphysics, or the floor of a movie theater, fan art focuses on the most interesting thing in the world: celebrities. Yes, fan art is all about physically attractive performers, socialites, national heroes, heads of state, and supervillains. Well, now we should have enough to go on, so let us begin by paying our respects to the Mistress of Murkiness, Mother of Bat Ponies everywhere, our hero, Princess Nightmare Moon.
Bomb a bomb a bomb a bomb bomb a bomb a bomb for dang a dang dang for ding a dong ding blue moon moon blue moon dip 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 moon 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 blue moon.
I hope I don't come off as overly giddy, but Princess Nightmare Moon's a very important figure in my life. When in doubt, I always find myself inspired by her strength and majesty. And would you believe she has the same fears and doubts as any of us? Let us take a look. This beautiful portrait was painted early in the princess's reign and gives us a rare and intimate look at the young Archon. Despite Princess Nightmare Moon's reluctance, the artist insisted on depicting her without her regalia. Thus, we get a rare glimpse at a secret side of the princess. A dark side of the moon, if you will. And I'm happy to report that, yes, beneath those boots, her fetlocks are unshorn. But the artist succeeded in more than just capturing all of that wonderful fluffiness. For once you brush past the puff, you see a Princess Nightmare Moon that's vulnerable and insecure. This is a face that says, "Gee, I hope the artist doesn't show my split pupils, a grim telltale of my future crimes." Or, "Why can't I gain any weight? I'll never be as curvy as Celestia." Oh, Princess Nightmare Moon, you may be waifish and coltish, but your inner flank is gigantic. You should probably try to eat something, though. Well, there you go. You're looking better already, Princess. Though, at least some of the credit must go to the artist. That wonderful blend of solid inks and colored outlines, the rich shading, the glossy highlights, even the spattered grape background is delightful. But as it often happens, the merits of the masterpiece can be tainted by the failings of the artist, who stooped so low as to sell this to the tabloids. There, it quickly made the rounds, threatening to destroy the very foundation of Equestria. Luckily, the royal spin doctors were quick to take action and explain that the princess was merely participating in a promotional shoot at the time. And so, a national crisis was averted, and peace was restored to a troubled land once more. And what's this? Princess Nightmare Moon in space? Of course, we're all in space, technically, so in the future then? Do alicorns age backwards? Or are we looking at a time paradox? Well, either way, she does look quite nice in purple latex. How does she do it? I think it must be the futuristic main cut. You know, that neat dome shape, and the way it curls down like an inverted teardrop. It looks carefully crafted, but not artificial. Does that make sense? Well, at least it's easy to argue that for all her plastic sheen, she still shows a ton of personality. It's so easy to imagine her taking the family rocket ship out for a joyride or exploring her feelings for Dreamboat Tron 2000. Overall, lovely picture. Moving on. Okay. Yes, I know. We're all thinking it. So, you know what? Let's begin by undressing the elephant in the room. Why is Princess Nightmare Moon shown enjoying daytime activities? Could this be more out of character for her? And the answer, surprisingly, is no. Or wait, do I mean yes? Well, it's not out of character for her, is what I'm trying to say. Yes, even the ponification of night itself can step out of her comfort zone and try something completely unexpected. And not just when she's trying to bamboozle her enemies. We can all learn a lesson from Princess Nightmare Moon. So, the next time a friend is pushing you to try something new, just go right ahead and fake your own death. They'll never expect that. Blood-drenched, battle-scarred, beautiful. Who is this hottie? Could this be Night Square Moon? How did she clean up so nicely? These must have been the questions on every pony's mind that fateful night, when the princess decided that she would be dismissed and disdained no longer. And the few who came back from that winter formal whispered the tale of how awesome it was, and how every attractive pony and Yakyakistani exchange student wanted to dance with her, and it was the best night ever, and nothing bad happened. And joy, merriment, and a live performance of Symphony of Destruction by Metallicorn held illimitable dominion over all. This is one of my favorite portraits. Though lambasted in its day for its unglamorous depiction of a revered public figure, it now boasts critical acclaim as the lens of history granted us the context needed to appreciate its intricate themes. At the time this portrait was made, Equestria was in a state of turmoil. Princess Nightmare Moon's betrothal to Purple Majesty had been annulled due to rumors regarding his legitimacy. Seeing how his unicorn lineage was way too inbred to allow for an Earth pony foal. The accusations would only subside once it was determined that he was simply a unicorn with a birth defect. You know, because of all the inbreeding. But by then the damage was done. New suitors had emerged from prominent equestrian families, each one threatening war should their claims be challenged. Eventually, House Piebald and House Gelding would rise as the chief contenders. Lady Wolfwhistle would raise tensions to a boiling point with scathing comments regarding the smell of Sir Dandelion's father, Lord Elderberry, while she in turn was wrought by his accusations of filibustering, even after it was explained to her that filibuster did not mean what she thought it meant. It all came to a head in the Great Siege of Salt Lake Castle. House Piebald's army counted 600 pipe ponies, 400 heavy cavalry, 1,000 pony-at-arms, and 13 pyromancers. Meanwhile, House Gelding's stronghold was well garrisoned and amply provisioned with delicious fodder and camp followers, including exquisite palfreys, fiery destriers, and lovable drays, so that both sides were locked in stalemate. But there was one thing both parties failed to take into account. Queen Platinum had dragons over for lunch that week, who ate all her gemstones, and when the small folk saw her bland, unglamorous garments, the ensuing scandal took precedence over all other matters, and by the time peace was restored, Purple Majesty had been engaged to his cousin, Crunchy Granola. So as you can see, Princess Nightmare Moon has every reason to look upset here. She still looks adorable in pigtails, though. And here we come to the end of our tour. I hope you found this introduction to fan art entertaining, and that you may continue to explore this fascinating art trend on your own. You may even wish to try and create some yourself. And if it happens that you can't draw, well, that's never stopped any self-respecting fan artist. So, until next time, stay fancy.